Well, this is the little pond where we got our water last night. Looks a bit prettier this morning, but you can see there's a lot of algae there and the water was real brown, so we were a little suspect. And I'm gonna head back towards the campground now, camp area. It was actually a beautiful night, and I thought it was about 40, but Mike said his thermometer said it was 32, so it was chillier than I thought, but I was super comfortable, thankfully. And we are gonna get off. The time changed last night, so we lost an hour, spring forward, and it is, I think, about 7:30, I guess. But we're gonna try to get a fairly early start, a cool start, because we gotta go down to Hauser Creek and back up towards Lake Morena. And between the three of us, I think we've got 7 or 8 liters of water, so we're assuming that we're gonna be okay and not need tons and tons. The highs today, I think, are gonna be in the upper 70s. And getting a cool start, we won't need as much water, but later this afternoon we might. So no water to Lake Morena. We're gonna push through, and hopefully it'll be a good day too. All right, I was dreading this little climb here, and we looked over, and there is a PCT sign. Yeah, I'm glad you looked up. Yeah, I'm glad I looked up. Good thing we looked up. And we're actually heading that way. And we have come up this road, done about a little over a mile, I think, from the pond. And now we're back on the PCT, heading toward Hauser. There's some nice views from up here. We're going in and out of the shade, and it's pretty cool this morning. So far, not a bad hike. We started our slow descent down into Hauser Canyon, and look at that beautiful view. A little ways back, we could peek through the trees and actually see the trail going back up the mountain. I don't think we go completely to the top, but we'll find out. So way over there is what we saw earlier that we thought might be the PCT, but I don't know, it could be roads. There's a lot of roads down there. All right, we got a bit of a dirt road walk. PCT is that away. Looks like desert. We are off the road walk. 5.1 miles to Lake Morena. So not even a mile down this hill. We'll have a beautiful break down in the trees, I hope. So there's the mountain we just climbed down, and we all had a nice break for lunch. Good lunch?
Good lunch.
Good lunch. Nice break at Hauser, and a lot of hikers were stopping there, so we got to meet a lot of people. It was amazing. And now we are heading up the hill. We've got 4.6 miles to go to Lake Morena, mostly up, but we are watered up and have more water than we expected, so that's a blessing. Taking a breather like I take every 100 yards, it seems like. The up is not too incredible, but we've definitely changed terrain completely. What's these little, what I call ankle biter rocks. And thank goodness there's a breeze, making it a little bit nicer when we stop. I can catch my breath and then carry on. I'm not gonna lie, I am feeling this climb. All right, I've been taking it really slow. Mark and I are stopping every chance we get, 100 yards, 200 yards, taking a break, sipping some water. And I sat on this rock here, and look what I found. Down there in the distance, if you look carefully between the mountains, is Lake Morena. And we came from over there, so I guess we're taking the long way around these mountains and then on back down again. I think we've got about 3 miles or so to go, 3.5, what do you think? Maybe.
Doesn't sound that far, does it?
No. Oh my God, we just found a water cache. Isn't that sweet? Yay.
I'll document this moment.
All right, this is...
Everyone else is going to be like at home, they're going to be like, what the f are you talking about? And I'm going to be like, my life just got saved.
Exactly. It's the happiest bunch of hikers I've seen in a long time, and here's why. Well, I'm still out of breath. That first stretch of climb up from Hauser, I think it might have been about 2 miles or so. I'm not sure. I'll drop in a screenshot from far out to let you know for sure. But I've come up, and there's some leveling out and some more, I think 2 more climbs before I go down into Lake Morena. And that water cache sure was a blessing, because I think everybody's been sort of rationing water and hoping that they get through with it being so dry. Whatever Trail Angel is putting water out at about mile 17. God bless you. Thank you. He made a lot of happy hikers, and I'm gonna carry on and head toward Lake Morena because there are burgers and beers and good friends that have got yet to make. Friends in the making and friends I haven't met yet, but that's the way the trail is. It's awfully nice to see little bits of shade on this side of the mountain. That climb up was all rocks and exposed, so it's hot, but there were plenty of places to stop and rest, which is great. But this is the second to last down, I guess. I've got one more little up and then straight into Lake Morena. Well, as luck would have it, I just saw a woman toting a big heavy backpack up the trail, but she didn't look like a thru hiker. So I said, "Are you thru hiking or maybe are you trail angeling?" And she said, "I'm trail angeling." I was like, "Oh, thank God." You know, she's the one that left the water at the tree. Her name is Laura. She's amazing for carrying that all this way. So thank you, Laura, from all of the class of 2022. You're awesome. I just came around the bend and literally said, "Oh, wow, that is a view of my destination." I'm 1.1 from Lake Morena. And I am looking forward to setting up my tent, sitting down, having a beer, a milkshake, something yummy. And I guess that lake is really big because I came around another bend and there's more of it. Over that way is the first part I saw, and then this is where I think I'm headed that way. This last little stretch is positively delightful. The breeze is coming through. There's some shade. It's supposedly downhill, but it's very gradual. Yeah, so couldn't have asked for a better day 1 and day 2. I just got all set up at Lake Morena campground. This is the hiker area. They've got a nice little hiker box, and my feet hurt after 2 10-mile days, but not so much that I am not going to walk to the malt shop. I'm heading there now. All right, this is the malt shop. A few of us are hanging out here right now. A lot of people came right off the trail, but we went to the campground and then came here. I had a yummy bacon cheeseburger and a chocolate shake, and I scored a beer to take back to the campground because you can't drink here at the malt shop, but that's totally okay. And yeah, it should be a nice night. Hopefully we can have a bonfire and just hang out and enjoy the early days of PCT thru hiking. Well, it's the beginning of day 3, and it's after 11 o'clock in the morning. I did get a fairly early start, but I went up to the malt shop to do some work this morning, and I've been slow rolling it because I think I'm probably going to only do about 6 miles today, unless I really feel like going a little further, maybe 8. I don't think I'll do 12, but definitely want to give my body a little bit of a break, and then I'll push forward to Mount Laguna, hopefully tomorrow. If it takes 3 days, that's okay too. But you can see just about everybody's gone, although I did not meet my goal of being the last one out of camp. I'll hit that another day. This is the trail out of Lake Morena. I think I've got about a mile or so of my 6. And when I get to Boulder Oaks campground, I'll just see how I feel and see if I want to go a little bit further or not. But I'm winded. For me, usually the first mile or so is pretty slow. And walking along here is a bit like walking to the beach. The sand is pretty loose. And so it takes a little extra muscle traction, muscles you don't normally use. But so far so good. Definitely feels like desert today. Now these weird paths that come and cross. To make sure you stay on the right one. I'm hiking pretty much by myself today. Took a break a little while ago with Aiden, who went on ahead, and a couple of women passed, I think maybe doing a section hike or just started out at Lake Morena. The trail has been really nice. Very flat, easy ups and downs, and seems like it's going pretty quick. But I realized that I wouldn't be feeling it much at all if I had better cardio conditioning, so shame on me that I didn't do that beforehand, but I was consumed by all the logistics that are required to get, I guess, to settle your life before you come out on the trail and get the right gear and all that. So I wasn't focused on cardio, and maybe I should have been. It'll come though. I'm at mile 3.2 for the day, I think, which would put me at about close to, not quite mile 24 on the trail. And there's a nice view here of Lake Morena. It's my first blowdown so far. 26 miles in, I get to go under the highway right there. Look at that. It's not often you can see the trail just laid out in front of you. That's where I'm going. Well, this is my current view at Boulder Oaks Campground. I'm actually laying down, resting my feet on the picnic table, taking a Nero today to get ready for a big hike tomorrow. I got here a little after 2. I made really good time hiking this afternoon. I left Lake Morena just about, I don't know, 11:30-ish. So I did 6 miles in just under 3 hours, which is a pretty good pace for me in the condition that I'm in. And I got here and I ran into Mike, who has a trail name now of Stumpy because his water bottle fell into a stump. And Mark, who I think we've named Sugar Greens because he puts sugar on a salad. He's Australian, and I don't know if that's an Australian thing, but he seems to think it's perfectly normal. So go Mark. And Aiden was here. He was just a little bit ahead of me and some other hikers, so folks that I've been hiking with since day 1, which is cool. And the picnic area is really nice. There are pit toilets, there are water spigots that you don't have to filter, and it's a nice place under a big tree for a break. I had originally planned to take kind of a Nero today. I only wanted to do about 6 miles, so I got up a rest day. I did 2 10s on the day I started and the next day, and so I thought it might be good for my body to have a little bit of a break, so I planned on 6. Got here and talked to everybody, and it was really hard for me to follow my plan and hike my own hike because I really did want to kind of keep up with the group, and they were doing another 6 or so. But what I would like to do is actually get up early in the morning, and there's a lot of climbing, about 3,000 feet between here and Mount Laguna. So I'm going to hit it early, probably about 7 a.m. and just knock out the miles as early as I can. Probably catch up to the group because they might be sleeping in. I don't know. Hopefully I'll see them all when I get to Mount Laguna. I am taking a little bit of a Nero today, and I'm enjoying it. The weather's beautiful, the campsite is gorgeous, and I'm just enjoying myself so far. I had my pick of campsites. I landed right here. It's a gorgeous place under the trees.